I'm currently in Year 11, which means that I've been in school for an entire decade.
I remember shopping at Franklin's. No frills!
So, I've decided to dig into the old archives of my schooling years and give you some of the most interesting and fucked up stories in a recurring series called School Stories. Cue the intro. Our first story goes all the way back to Year 4, aka 2017, aka when dubbing was cool.
Dubbing and hater stooges.
So, two of my mates were interested in Pokemon cards. And when I say interested, I mean interested as they would argue over whose cards were better.
Fuck off! My Charizard can kick your killer Roger's ass! No way, dipstick. My Arceus can beat up all your Pokemon in 2 seconds. It's lifetime.
It got to the point that one day they beat the shit of each other over it. Now the rest of us were more interested in our mate managing to yo-yo whilst dabbing.
Dubbing and hater stooges.
And we didn't turn around to look until we heard teachers running.
Oh shit!
Anyways, because of that, Pokemon cards were banned at our school. As I don't think they were banned back in the 90s. You know, when dabbing didn't exist.
Dubbing and hater stooges.
About 2 weeks later, the two of them were doing library duty, which involved taking the returned library books back to the library. They got to talking about Pokemon, and just as they got 10 steps past the classroom, they started beating the shit out of each other. Again! By the way, our classroom was the closest to the library, so they didn't get far before fighting like they were Beyblades. Some teachers saw them fighting and sent them to the office.
That's it, boys! To the office! Oh, come on, sir! No! Office! Now!
Another story, this time in Year 7, where this girl, who was basically like Yilmaz, but unlike Yilmaz, she was female and Polish. In fact, she looked like Bugs Bunny in drag. Hang on, that's actually a photo of her. One day, we were in class and the teacher was telling her to sit in her seat, but she didn't want to sit down.
Isabel, can you please sit down? No. Why?
Her response to that question is something that has never left my brain.
Because I'm pregnant!
The class were both stunned and trying unsuccessfully to hold back their laughter as the teacher tried to take control of the class.
Year 7, settle down.
This is a teacher who once had a student who printed pictures of Adolf Hitler in a class. So I think this was just foreplay to him. He then proceeded to write one name on the board. I wonder whose name that was.
That's it, long detention for anyone whose name is on the board. Come on, sir, I've been a good girl.
She didn't go to detention, by the way. She just got into a fight with someone and got suspended for a week.
Eat-wa!
Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Don't forget to tune in when I share some more stories from my schooling days. And if you want to go to school or went to school with me and you got any stories, comment them down below. Because I don't want to talk about the Courtney incident for as long as humanly possible. Or I want to save that till I actually do get out of school, you know? So, yeah. See yous.
Subscribe. It'll really do you good.